How's it going, guys? It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Cheers, by the way, and happy Sunday night. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you guys had a great weekend and are ready for this upcoming week in the stock market because, well, it's going to be a big one. And look, we're going to break down a couple of stocks I'm watching right now in this video, and we have to go over the futures market, which is up. So, guys, we have a lot to break down. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and check out the Patreon for my portfolio updates, the Discord, plus more. All of that's linked down below, also pinned in the comments. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive into it. So the futures market right now, heading into tomorrow, heading into the brand new week here, is up. The S&P futures, the E-mini S&P, they're up almost 0.4% right now. The Dow futures are up about 0.25%. The NASDAQ futures are up around 0.5%. And the Russell, where are the Russell futures? I actually don't have them on here. But either way, we're up across the board on the three that I just mentioned. And this isn't really a surprise. If you guys have been watching the crypto market over the weekend, usually that's a leading indicator, for the stock market. Bitcoin's back to 87, 88K last I checked. We had a nice green day on Friday for the stock market and crypto, Bitcoin at least. Obviously, the altcoins are going all over the place. But look, man, it looks like the green from Friday is continuing in the futures market. And again, the crypto market, Bitcoin, has been looking pretty good over the weekend. So, hey, maybe we're in store for a nice day tomorrow for the stock market. And if you guys take a look quickly on SPY here, and we covered this more in my last video, so make sure you guys go check that out. But you can see we're in this channel on the 4-hour chart. We're obviously bouncing off the bottom of the channel. Now we're starting to fill the gap up to the top, and my alert set at 670 on SPY. If that's able to break, this could be a full breakout that we have on our hands here, but let's not get too excited. We're not there yet. So at this point, heading into this week, guys, SoFi stock, let's start breaking down some stocks I'm looking at here. SoFi stock is looking interesting. We had a 1.1% green day on Friday. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. And we had a 28-cent green day. And now we're continuing that move in the overnight market. SoFi looks like it's at, what, 25.75? Yeah, continuing that move from Friday. And you guys can see on the 4-hour chart here, this is where we're at. We're battling this level on SoFi at about $25. If we slip under 25, which we actually did a little bit on Friday, we got down to 23.50, right? Now we're back over 25. But if we slip back under 25, like I said in that video, the last update, I'll say it again after I drink a little water here, guys. What we're seeing here is a wide open gap to the downside, right? We might fill the gap down to $21, $20 a share, which is where the stock was over the summer, July, August, right? That is the next spot we could be going. That's if, big if, we break back under $25 a share. But as of now, we're back over that point, right? We're up in the aftermarket or the overnight market rather. And if we look at this 30-minute chart, we're in this downtrend still in the short term, which is really what I'm monitoring this upcoming week. You know what I mean? If we end up taking out, let's say, 26.50 on SoFi to the upside, all right, at that point, all right, we might be going up a lot more, but we're not there yet. But the fact that we're battling in the mid-20s, we're back over 25. That's a very good sign for the bulls in the short term, in my opinion. So, yeah, at this point, for me, guys, SoFi is simply a hold. If it somehow fills the gap down to $20 a share, which I don't necessarily think it will. Honestly, I don't think the market's going to bleed that much more to get SoFi down there. But if it somehow gets to $20, $21, guys, that's going to be where I add more SoFi. But for now, it's a hold. And if it rips back to $30 plus, it's still going to be a hold for me. And, I'm just going to ride the wave. You know what I mean? So SoFi at this point, Looks interesting heading into this upcoming week. The fact that we're holding 25 is a very good sign. The fact that the futures market's up, that's a very good sign. So yeah, keep them on your watch list. Ticker SOF. And I also want to break down silver here, and a silver stock I'm watching, as I'm still very bullish on silver. You guys know I've been talking about this for years, quite frankly. You guys know I'm a fan of the precious metals. I'm a proponent of having them in your portfolio, and I've dabbled with silver stocks. You guys know that. Gold stocks as well over the years, and I like the setup we're seeing on silver here right now. And I'm still very bullish. We have a cup and handle on silver. You guys see it right here. We have the nice cup, the handle starting to form, and overall, man, the bulls are still very much in charge. We're just kind of consolidating, if you will, over the last month-ish, right? And we're kind of making that cup and handle, like I said. So I think silver is getting ready for another big move towards the mid-50s. And if the mid-50s breaks, that's where the cup and handle would play out. 55 breaks, we could be going a lot higher, So I like the way silver's chart is setting up. And a way to actually get leveraged exposure to the price of silver is, well, buying silver stocks. It doesn't always work, right? I mean, hey, if it always worked, everybody would be rich, right? But the idea here is when you're looking at gold, when you're looking at silver, if you buy companies that are actually exploring for gold, producing it, right? Mining it, these are the types of, companies or, stocks that, again, could get a leveraged return compared to silver, right? So let's say, for example, silver goes up 20% or whatever. You might have a couple silver stocks up 100%, or 50%, something like that. It's not an exact science. It doesn't always work, but I like to watch silver stocks in general during these time periods. And I'm watching one right now, Americore Resources. Let me actually pull it up here. Ticker AMCOF in the United States. So keep them on your watch list, guys. Let's dive a little bit deeper into them. They're actually a Nevada-focused silver exploration and development company committed to American mineral independence and responsible resource development, right? And we can see here they were founded on the principle that America's resource security begins at home, which I couldn't agree with more, right? They focus exclusively on Nevada's world-class silver districts, and their team brings decades of exploration and development experience to bear on projects that honor Nevada's rich mining heritage while embracing modern ESG standards. From historic districts like Comstock and Pioche to emerging opportunities across the Silver State, which is what Nevada is known as, they're committed, this company, to demonstrating responsible domestic mineral development creates value for investors, communities, and future generations alike. And again, Nevada is known as the Silver State, and this is where opportunity strikes, right? Nevada represents both legacy and potential. The Silver State has proven its value time and time again, yet the big discovery is always just beneath the surface, right? Companies like Americore Resources and projects like the Trinity Project, which we'll cover here in a second, it's huge. Nevada isn't just a location, it's a strategic advantage, a stage for growth, and a place where smart investors can stake their claim to the future of silver. And check this out, the Trinity Project. Wait till you hear more about this, guys. This is huge. They just actually closed an agreement with Newmont for the Trinity Silver Project. Let's come down here so I could show you guys. Under the terms of the agreement, Americore has issued 100,000 common shares to Newmont and has paid has paid the first year cash payment of $50,000 representing the first rental payment for the properties during the initial 12-month period of agreement. We can see here, if we come down a little bit more, the agreement grants Americore a lease to the exclusive right to conduct exploration work for minerals on project lands currently owned by Newmont. Think about that. And a sublease for lands currently leased by Newmont. And again, on the effective date, Americore shall pay $50,000 US dollars to Newmont and issue 100,000 shares of Americore as rental payment for the properties during the first 12 months of the agreement, right? So this is a big exploration agreement between Newmont and this company, Americore. And Americore is, I mean, look, the market cap is super low. So this is a massive opportunity for the company, right? And of course, I'll leave a link down below to all of this so you can get a better understanding of what's going on. But I am super excited about this company, guys. AMCOF is the ticker symbol. Add them to your watch list. And of course, do your own research, guys. I'm not a financial advisor on this stock, any stock, right? You must do your own research. And yeah, I mean, look, we're setting up quite nicely, like I said, in the silver market for more highs. If you think that gold, silver, the rallies are done, think again. I personally believe, and again, this is my opinion, but I think we are getting ready for a big move on silver, back towards the mid-50s, high 50s, quite frankly, and same with gold as well. I think gold's getting ready. Same thing. We have a little cup and handle, right? I think we're getting ready for a $4,500, $5,000 an ounce move. That's not too crazy, man. That's not too crazy. It's in reach. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious kind of where your head's at. That's where my head's at, what I'm looking at for the week. Well, a couple of things I'm looking at. We covered more other stocks in the previous video, so go check that out. Hit the like button on this one and join the Patreon. Guys, if you haven't joined the Patreon yet, I don't know what to tell you. If you want to see how I'm building my portfolio, be a part of the Discord, plus more. A lot of value there, guys. It's all linked down below, pinned in the comments as well, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all there. Have a great rest of your day.